Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Gallic Gun Toys. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and today we are going to be resorting the Detolfs a bit because, as you can see, the coffee table here is a little bit jam-packed with figures. Now the reason that is, guys, is because I've just finished filming about 11 reviews for you guys. This video will most likely come out after all of these reviews, but I figured what better time to film this for you guys than when the Detolfs are in complete disarray. I pulled out a heap of figures for comparisons, and we definitely need to resort to fit all this new stuff in. So let's jump into it. I'll just show you guys a little, we're just going to go in little parts. I'm just going to film pretty much the whole thing, and then I'm just going to edit out what I think isn't needed and keep in what I think is relevant. So let's just jump straight into it, guys, and let me know down in the comments below what you think. Okay, so I'm thinking the best way to actually do this is I'm going to pull out pretty much every line of figure. Take the Master Star pieces out, the Super Master Star pieces, the Grandistas, and most of the Ichiban Kujis. Take them out, sort them so they're all in one particular spot, and then I'm thinking we're going to get the larger figures like these new Ichiban Kujis we've got down here and the Super Master Star pieces, and start trying to work out how we're going to have it. My ultimate goal would be to have every shelf looking very similar to this. This is my favourite shelf. I really like how this is set up. And we do have a few more of these risers from Daiso, so I think we should be alright with the risers and the extra little bits of plastic we already kind of have spread throughout the Detolfs. I think we should be alright. We just need to drastically rework some stuff so it is more in line with this Super Saiyan Broly display with the Super Saiyan gods all through it. But ultimately, that's the goal, so we'll see what we can achieve today, guys, and yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, so what I'm thinking is the Golden Azaru shelf can stay as it is with the Super Saiyan 4s in there. I'll take out these Ichiban Kujis, and I might pop these over on the sofa here, and just grab, we got any other Ichiban Kuji? That scale, no, that looks like it for there. So we'll grab these guys out, since they're the same scale, and they're also Ichiban Kuji. Even though this guy is a Masterlize, he's not the exact same line, but still. And then we'll get our Super Master Star pieces, and I think they can go over on the sofa as well for easy access, because they're going to be the first ones we're going to be pretty much arranging, I think. Okay, so that's it for all the larger Ichiban Kujis. Now we'll take out the Grandistas and the Master Star pieces, do a quick dust, and then we can start figuring out how this is all going to work. Already got some Grandistas sort of mixed out here, so we're just going to pop these guys down here on the floor to keep them all together. Because the most important thing when you're doing a resort like this is to just keep the certain things you want together, or that are a certain scale or whatever, more or less together. So there's nothing worse than getting headfirst into one of these resorts, getting halfway done and finding you've got one of the figures that are crucial to your display sitting somewhere else apart from your other figures. So that's one thing I can highly recommend when doing this, guys. Make sure your organization is on point, because it's going to make your job so much easier. Okay. Okay, and that's awesome. That's all of our Grandistas out. We've got 2 more risers, so that is definitely looking a lot better for this resort. Getting really excited now. It's kind of starting to take shape in my head, but we're going to find out in another few minutes if that's correct or not, aren't we? Thinking I'm going to have to maybe move these guys over and start making some room on this table a bit more. So the Master Star pieces, since they're about the same scale as those Ichiban Kujis, they can all sort of go together for the time being while we sort this. The Super Master Star pieces and these larger Masterlized Ichiban Kujis that I just got, they can all sort of go over here because they're more or less the same scale, and they're going to be the real centerpieces to this collection, I feel. But we'll see. Alright. Okay, so that's all of them together. We got the Grandista Bardock, Manga Dimensions. I think he's going to go over here as well, because he's a real standout piece, and I really want him to be in a real prominent position. So now I think we can start pulling these figures out from the bottom that have all these bases, and because they're going to sort of be workarounds, I think, sort of on the side of a display or maybe in the front of a display. We're still going to figure that out. They will be the last things that probably go in. It really depends. We've got a bit to sort here today, but we're going to get it done. Okay, so we're going to get these Master Star pieces out now, stack them over here with the Ichiban Kujis. Then we've just got to empty that last shelf. I'm thinking we're going to leave this one for now, because that's probably going to be a SH Figuarts shelf very soon with the Great Ape Azaru Vegeta coming. He's just going to be so massive, so we're definitely going to have to expand on the SH Figuarts. So we're going to leave that one for now, and we might work that out in the future. We might have to do a whole another resort when that happens, just to accommodate for that stuff. But I'm confident with everything we've got here that we're going to be able to do that. So one thing I might keep in mind when I'm doing this is just to keep in mind that I'm going to need extra space in the very near future to fit everything in here in these new shelves as well. Okay, so that's all the Master Star pieces done. We got one more shelf. Let's hurry this along. Okay, so as you guys can now see, we have 6 empty Detolf shelves. So now we can finally dust this and start resorting it and see how it's all going to work out. Okay, so I've been tweaking. I've gotten a fair bit of organisation done. I'll just show you guys sort of how it's looking so far. It's coming together. I'm pretty happy with it. What I'm thinking is I'm going to move this shelf across over one, and I might take a couple of these new Ichiban Kuji Masterlize out, put them on that bottom shelf, and I think that might work a little bit better, but we're going to see how this all turns out. But overall, I've been pretty happy with it so far. It seems to be coming out the way I want. But yeah, just a little bit more tweaking and we will see how we go. Okay, so I think I'm done with this shelf. Not too sure about that one just yet. But now I'm going to move these Super Saiyans down the bottom over, put these guys in here, and I'll touch base with you guys in a second. Okay, so we've almost got all of our Master Star pieces and Ichiban Kujis in. So let's finish doing the last of those, and then we can start figuring out how we're going to get everything else in. Okay, so we're done with all the larger figures. I think that looks really good, guys. Really happy with that. Now let's start figuring out how we're going to get everything else in. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is move on with these guys first because they're going to be a bit easier and they're a little bit larger. Work out how they're all going to work in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I think that looks really good. Really happy with that. Now we'll move along to the Kamehameha base and Super Saiyan Blue version. I'm thinking they're going to go over here in this far end, second from the bottom Detolf shelf. Really glad I decided to do this. I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out so far. I feel like we're really getting somewhere with this today. So maybe we might stick to a Super Saiyan shelf down here. So we've taken Future Gohan out. We're having a bit of trouble fitting all of these in, so what I'm thinking is Future Gohan is going to go up the very top with the Hope, with the Spirit Sword Trunks we've got up there, so I think that should go well. Be a nice little sort of future homage to like the history of Trunks, Future Gohan, Future Trunks, all that stuff. This little Ichiban Kuji Vegeta. Not too sure where he's going to go just yet. I think the last one we really need to worry about is this Goku here. The rest can go up there if need be. And what I'm thinking is this Goku, since he's got very similar effects to the Broly and stuff up here, I think I'm going to display him with those. So Future Gohan and the Kamehameha Goku can go up the top there. Maybe even the Blood of Saiyans Vegeta, but we'll see how we go. The Ichiban Kuji Vegeta here, still not sure where we're going to put that. But let's get this guy into his final resting place. And he definitely works amazingly on a lower shelf. So I think that's good for now. We've still got the Dragon Stars to kind of try and figure out. We've got some Blood of Saiyans and this Broly over here. So I might throw the Broly down the bottom there, just to get a nice contrast of colour, because he is like nice purple and green and stuff. So that's going to really make that shelf pop a little bit more. Yeah. Alright, so I'll do this last bit and then keep moving along. Okay, so we're unfortunate. We had a few we couldn't fit in, but I don't think we're going to have a great deal of an issue fitting the rest of these in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move Cooler over a little bit, and then we're going to throw Goku right there. I think that's going to work perfectly. And then we already had some wires kind of in the way over here, so I think Future Gohan is going to work really well in this little corner here. Might take the trunks down and put Gohan there, and then trunks can go there. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that works nicely so far. We've still got a few more to fit in, but I think I'm just going to leave that for a later date. We've got everything else more or less done. I'm happy with how these Detolfs are looking finally. They're looking a little bit more organised to my eye. But yeah, these guys I think I'll just somehow jam up there somewhere along with the other Blood of Saiyans figures I've got out of frame. But overall, really happy with how this has turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I mentioned in a previous video, I have wanted to do this for you guys before, and every time I do it, I'm never happy with the footage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, because yeah, I'm really happy to finally have this resorted a bit, and having all these figures just sitting around, these new figures in boxes, and just kind of jammed into a shelf before I could do this, has been killing me. So now that it's finally done, super happy. Alright fellow collectors, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget you can also follow me over on Facebook at GalletGunToys. Thank you as always for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.